Oprah Winfrey, who's got more money and influence than a Lil Wayne album has the N-word on it, is whining about racism. How are a bunch of so-called racist white people making you rich while making Obama fail at the same time? And with all the white people you have as fans, there ain't enough left over to be a problem for Obama. Believe it or not, Oprah, you even have white American fans who disagree with Obama. Are they racist? If they are racist, then they couldn't be your fans who have helped you become one of the wealthiest people in America. See, in the real world, that stuff doesn't add up. That's why liberals are trying to push Common Core on us, because with their Mickey Mouse math system, it does.
I think what's happening. Propaganda.
The majority of Oprah's audience is white. Now, if black folks are as disenfranchised and the poor victims of racism and just don't have a fair shake to make a dime in this country like these race baiters try to make them out to be, it certainly couldn't have been money coming from blacks that made Oprah rich. A lot of it must have come from those American whites she accuses of being racist. The race card is the card of the cowardly. They're too afraid to admit they failed, and they protect themselves by accusing people of being racist. That way they can deny their failure. And like I've said before, when I think racism, I don't think white people or Southerners. I think Democrats. And before Democrats were officially a party, there was racism, of course. And where did the people who wanted to keep blacks enslaved gravitate to? The new founding of the Democrat Party. Racism is not exclusive to whites, and not all whites have been racist. Those whites who have been racist gathered to the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is the party of all people obsessed with race and racism. The Democrat Party has always been about racism, and they're obsessed with it. They're so hung up with racism that even when they oppose racism, they're racist about it. And yes, it is very racist to accuse whites of being racist. You heard correctly. It is very racist to accuse whites of being racist. I'll tell you why. It causes people to be prejudiced against whites. It causes non-white people to think that they are better people than whites on the grounds of moral superiority. Because if you're a racist, then that means you're lower than a goat molester. If white people are reduced to being this lowly ethnic group of perceived inferiors, then that means they are perceived as such by people who can only see themselves as superior to look down on them from a superior position. If people think they are better than another race, that makes them racist, and it means you suck. The majority of these racist people who think they are morally superior to whites just so happen to mostly be Democrats. The Democrat Party attracts people who think they are superior to others. Even liberals who try to come off all down to earth and come off as better people because of how down to earth they are, well, how do they come off as being down to earth? They try to come off as being down to earth by accusing others of iniquity. That way, they can be seen as better people. They don't actually do much to be better people. They just project faults on the others to make themselves look better. Now, is there racism in the Republican Party? Some, I guess. I haven't encountered it, and I know a lot more Republicans than you accusers do. I'm not saying that there aren't Republican racists, but when I get hateful and bigoted comments, they don't come from conservative Republicans, they come from liberal Democrats. I get them almost every day. The double standards of liberals is astounding. If you disagree with them, they'll call you a racist. Even if you're white and disagree with white liberals, you're racist. Now, by their so-called logic, it should be if you disagree with conservative blacks and even conservative whites, you're racist. Because that's why people disagree with people. Because they're racist. And we Republicans are all about hating racism. And nobody has ever hated a president more than they've hated Barack Obama. And keep in mind that Reagan was actually shot. By a Democrat, mind you. No, Democrats aren't hateful. Now, this whole race car stuff is pathetic and embarrassing for someone of Oprah Winfrey's stature. She's got mega fame and influence, and despite her exaltedness, she's butthurting about racism. so I guess should my band 20 Pound Sledge play the race card too? We're black, and you have to buy our music and make us #1 in America, because if you don't, you're racist. I think I just felt all the hair fall off my chest as a reaction to uttering such words of snivelry. I'm Alfonso Racist with ZoNATION, and liberals are racist for disagreeing with me. Goat molester.